Hi Pisces, and welcome to your August 2017 AngelScope Love Focus. My name is Becky and I'm very happy to be with you today. We're going to be using 3 decks to get our messages from the angels. The first one is called Wheel of the Year Tarot. And you can see here, lovely deck, very beautiful indeed and very chatty. Then we will be using this deck here, Doreen Virtue's Romance Angels Oracle Cards deck. And this particular deck is also beautifully designed with gorgeous paintings and colors. To crown the reading today, the final last word will be from Messages from Your Angels, also by Doreen Virtue. And we have many angels here. Every card represents an angelic energy. And we will see which angel wants to come forth for you today. Pisces, I always give the last word to them. Okay, so before we get started, I want to let you know we'll be using a 5-card spread. And the 5-card spread, I will explain it as we go through each position once I put the cards out. Now keep in mind that not all these messages will apply to you simply because we're reading for so many Pisces. So the best thing is to listen to the reading and see what resonates for you. And also, the rule of thumb I always say is this: after you listen to everything, take what you will and leave the rest. Okay, so keep that in mind always. Take what you will and leave the rest. All right, now who is this reading about? This reading is about you, Pisces, and the person that was foremost in your mind when you came to this reading today. Just think, was there someone in your mind? You do not have to be in a formal relationship. You do not have to even be dating this person. You do not have to be married or like a marriage or anything like that. You don't even have to be communicating at this time. But it's whoever's foremost in your mind today. That's who this reading is about. For those of you who do not have anyone particular at this time in your mind, try to see these readings as general energies that are operating in your life during the month of August 2017. Okay, so one thing we also have to keep in mind is as we go through the energies today, remember this: it's always your choice whether you wish to work with these energies that we see today or not. That is your choice. That's your birthright. You have free will, Pisces, so it's always your choice. Keep that in mind. I have already created a sacred space and we are ready to begin, so let's get started. Angels, we are now reading for Pisces, our dear, sweet, beautiful Pisces out there, and we are wanting to know, this is for August, Angels of 2017, and we are wanting to know what is the general situation between Pisces and the other person involved. Okay, thank you, angels. How does the other person really feel about Pisces at this time? All right, thank you. Angels, how does Pisces feel about the other person? How does Pisces feel? All right. Angels, what are the obstacles, the overall, to their coming together? That's too many. I'm not going to take those. Angels, what are the overall obstacles? There it is, of them coming together. Angels, what is the general advice that you can give Pisces today? General advice for Pisces, perhaps an outcome. All right. And the underlying energy is the King of Cups. All right. That could be you, Pisces. So let's get started. First, let's go through the cards. First, in first position, we have the Tower, Major Arcana. If you're new to Tarot, Major Arcana, these are the higher octaves, so to speak, of the lesser cards. And the Tower is definitely one of the most powerful cards in the deck in terms of change. So we'll talk about that. All right, next we have the Princess of Cups. In other decks, this is called the Page of Cups. And in third position, we have the Queen of Wands, very saucy queen. Then in the obstacle position, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And in the overall outcome or advice, we have another Major Arcana, which is a high energy, very powerful card, the Hierophant, which is also the High Priest in some decks. Underlying the energy of the reading today, Pisces, is basically, I think you have decided to show up in your reading today. It does feel like that to me right now, and you are the King of Cups. Cups is water, and Pisces, you are a water sign, as we say, so it's perhaps you, my dear Pisces. So let's talk. Now, in position 1, remember we said position 1 is a general situation surrounding you and this other person. Now, what I'm feeling here is, well, let's just look at the card itself. I mean, we can get the overall energy. The Tower is being struck by lightning. So basically what this means is something is being radically shifted and radically changed. It doesn't have to be negative. Sometimes the Tower can create the shift we need to begin a new life. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here, and I'll explain why in a little bit. So, the general situation is one of great change, and I would have to say massive change. Closing one chapter and beginning another one. Another chapter that will be stronger and more fertile and with more promise and sort of a regrowth, a rebirth after this old chapter concludes. Now, this card may look scary. Please remember, it is not. It is not. It just means it can be rapid change because of the lightning strike, but it can be sweeping change. And maybe, Pisces, that's exactly what you're looking for in your life. It's hard to say, but whatever's going on between you and this other person, expect an energy of rapid movement, rapid change, a closing of a one way of being and the beginning rebirth of a new way of being in your life. Truly, it is one of those moments in life. It's almost like a rite of passage into the next phase of your life, okay? All right, and so that's what's going on there between you and this other person. Now, how does this other person think of you? Well, not even just think of you, how do they feel about you at this moment? And what we have is the Princess of Cups. Well, they think you are just delightful. You have this ageless quality. You never seem to age. You're this perennial youthful energy that inspires them. Obviously, they think you're just the sweetest thing since candy, and you inspire them by your youthful outlook. Whether or not you're 20 years old or whether you're 80, it doesn't matter. They see you as this youthful energy full of wonderment for all of creation around you here in this 3D reality we inhabit. They see you as someone who never tires of appreciating the wonders of this incarnation and the wonders of nature. I just heard refreshing. They see you as a refreshing energy, a refreshing element in their life. That's how they see you, Pisces. They just see you as a breath. I just heard that. Breath of fresh air. I mean, you walk into the room and suddenly it's just like this. It's almost like it's like being at the ocean. You take a deep breath and it's invigorating. And that's how they feel about you. They also see you as someone who is comfortable with his or her feelings. These genders can work both ways. Comfortable with feelings. And I know the page is also communication in love or on an emotional level of some sort. And they may see you as a person who can easily do that. And of course, Pisces, you are a water sign, so you're also a cup. And generally speaking, you are very comfortable in the realm of emotions. And the other person recognizes that. Okay, Pisces, how do you feel about the other person in this situation? Well, you think they're the lustiest, most exciting, fiery energy that you've seen in a long time, Pisces. They are feisty. They like their freedom, but they're feisty. They're sexy. They're hot, hot, hot. This sword represents fire energy, and it could even indeed be someone who has a lot of fire energy in their astrological chart. Now, we don't know that, but sometimes the person will have either a dominance of the fire elements or fire signs in their chart, which would be, oh, my brain's going crazy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. All right? They could be, but they don't have to be that. Or if they do have a lot of that energy, you may not know it because you don't know their chart. You may just know their sun sign, which isn't, the complete picture. But Pisces, I think you think that this particular person that you are interested in or have in your mind is just about the sexiest thing you have ever seen. A hot potato. That's what you're thinking. All right? And not just on that level, but you also see them as someone who's passionate about life, who wants to live and experience life in all of its different ways. And you're creative, and you think they are a creative and just full of joy. That's how you see that. So, I mean, we have this mutual, I just heard the Mutual Admiration Society. That's going on. Okay, fine, that's going on. What are the obstacles to this, some kind of a soul contact proceeding? Well, we've got here. It's a timing factor, I just heard. And what I heard is it takes time for the fruit to manifest. It takes time to manifest. It's just going to take time. I don't see any obstacle here, frankly, at all. All I see is that the obstacle is, yes, I just heard, to have patience, to let this ripen into this beautiful new chapter with this person, okay? Have the patience and know that you've put in the work. Maybe you've both put in the work. She's got 7 pentacles here. And this is spiritual energy as well as just simply work and money, of course. But she's put in her time. And she's gotten the pentacles all lined up, representing the energy she put into achieving something. And she's about to pick the fruit. She's also about to give birth to a child. And of course, that takes 9 months, and there's no way to hurry that up. There's no way to hurry up the fruiting in her orchard as well. Because when you plant the tree, I mean, look how big it is. You have to wait for that tree to grow. You nurture it, you feed it, you talk to it even. And over a couple of years, it will attain its maturity and then produce the fruit. So what I'm seeing here, Pisces, is that the only obstacle to this fruiting and giving birth to this new chapter in your life is just to be patient. Just watch over it, nurture it, tend to it, check on it, but just nurture it and give it the love it needs and the attention it needs, and it will bear fruit, Pisces. What's the overall outcome here? Or advice? We have the High Priestess, or in this deck, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is one of the major arcana, which are the most powerful energies in the tarot. And the Hierophant generally can represent a lot of things, but I see it as the marriage card, one of the marriage cards to me. Because he is a high priest, he represents organized, traditional, spiritual practice, whether it's, in a certain religion or whatever, it doesn't matter. But it's an official state of being in some ways. And what it means here is contracts. Now remember, marriage is, you have to sanctify it, so to speak. If you're doing it in the traditional way, it is sanctified by someone in an organized spiritual practice or religion. It is sanctified, and it becomes not only a spiritual contract that you make in front of this representative of, this particular place of worship, but it also becomes a legal contract. A legal contract. All right? So the Hierophant to me can do that. Now, the Hierophant can also represent organized religion, however you define that. And on the negative side of it, it can represent dogma. Blinded by dogma and not being open for other interpretations when it comes to spiritual matters. But I don't see that here. I see, you know what, Pisces? I think just give it time. And if you wish to take this thing all the way to the quote altar, unquote, whatever that means for you, then it's blessed. This is a blessing. This priest is giving a blessing to this congregant, to this parishioner, or to this person here who has come before him. It's a blessed union if you should decide to take it there. Now, the underlying energy is the King of Cups, the King of Cups. Pisces, I think this is you because this is a water sign. You are a water sign. And what this tells me is, Pisces, you're ready to do this. Honestly, you have achieved the status of king. You are not the page, which is a younger status, so to speak, in one's development over time. It's not just age, it's sort of a maturity. You are not the knight, but what you are now is the king. You've reached a certain level in life where you are ready to make this decision for yourself, and by doing so create a new chapter by letting go of the whatever came before and embracing this, taking whatever it is to this level of connection, which to me is a marriage contract. You're ready to do that, and you're mature enough to handle it, even though you may not think you are. You are. You're at the point in your life and your life path where you're ready to do that. This man needs his partner, whoever that may be, and he's ready to do that. He's ready to settle down and marry them and shift his life path to a brand new start. Okay, so let's take a look. Romance angels, Pisces has got a fabulous reading today. What other advice can you give us, romance angels, about the reading for Pisces? They are really wanting to know a message for Pisces, angels, a message for Pisces. Messages, oops, okay. That's too many, angels. That's too many. Give us one card, one message, angels. There it is, that's it. Okay, let's take a look. Romance angels have come forth and they've said, Pisces, this is about healing family issues. And it says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, let's go back to this card. Now, remember we said that the tower represents a sweeping change. A change where the old is gone in an instant and the new is left to regrow and rebuild in its place. Another chapter of life is on the horizon. So basically, I think, Pisces, what's going on here is either you are or you will, or the other person is or will. Try to work through whatever family issues were taking place that have formed kind of the world view of this person or you, Pisces, when it comes to love and soul connection in a marriage or something like a marriage. There may have been some issues in the birth family or in the growing up years where either you or the other person, Pisces, went through some trauma. Sometimes the tower can be a pretty traumatic, rapid change or destruction of old and things like that. Now, I see that as something must have happened. My guess is there was a divorce. A divorce in either the birth family of you or the adopted family, however it works in your case, of you and or the other person, maybe both. So if either one of you comes from a situation where there was a traumatic divorce during your childhood between your parents or the other person's childhood between their two parents, and the child grew up without one of those parents around all the time, just the trauma of seeing a mother and father splitting up and separating, and the house is in an uproar, and people are moving out and they're no longer present, and no matter how well the child seems to be handling that, it can leave some concerns. And my guess is there are fears at the heart of this, and the fears are that if they, either you or the other person, proceeds to a formalized marriage contract represented by the Hierophant, the fear is that it's going to blow up later down the line, resulting in a divorce, similar to the one they experienced when they were young in their parents' home. Okay, so it has to be worked through, Pisces. It has to be worked through on whatever level this is affecting you and the other person as well, if it applies to them. It's a fear. It's just an underlying fear between one and both of you. And just try to, find the right professional to either help with that, or if you feel like you can handle that yourself, in whatever way you deem appropriate. But it's an underlying fear of maybe the marriage not working out. And that stems from what was experienced in childhood. Okay, let's look at the last message today from Messages from Your Angels. Angels, could you please just give us one more message today for my sweet Pisces out there? They are so sweet. Nope, not yet. And they need one more message. Nope, not yet. One more message just to help them on their way through the month of August. All right. And here we have it. It is the angel Rochelle. And she says, as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. Now, what do we mean? Well, remember, Pisces, this is you. So, the message here is to go within. Decide if you want to proceed and take this relationship to the next level, whether it's marriage or just some other kind of committed situation. As you follow the guidance of your heart, and you have to tune within to do that, prosperity, not just in wealth, but prosperity of heart, is coming to you now. All right, so maybe you do need to go within. Try to let those fears go. Know that everything is blessed, and no matter what, you're always learning and growing on your sacred journey as we go through this life. All right? So follow your heart, go within. You can even meditate. Whatever your spiritual practice is, embrace that. Really think about it. And know that when you follow your heart, prosperity in all of its forms, but most importantly, the prosperity of love, joy, and peace is coming to you now. All right, that's it, Pisces, for the month of August. I will be back mid-month, and I will see you then. It has been an honor to read for you today. I'm very happy you joined me, and I would like to leave you with a little blessing, and the blessing is this. I wish you peace and richest blessings and great love beyond your wildest dreams. And so it is.